You had your notes. We're on?
Yes, we're on.
What? Huh? Where? Hey, well, that wraps up our day pretty much. We hope you all enjoyed it. We know it's not the same thing as being at a real in-person Bubonicon. That's the best we could do in this pandemic year. Hopefully it gave you just a little taste of the convention. It seemed to go pretty well. Mandy, what did you think?
I mean, we had Walter appear and disappear on his video. Obviously, we knew that was coming because that was pre-recorded. And I know some panelists had trouble getting in, but it seemed like we got everybody in the end. The 7,000 BC panel, I know we had a lot of technical difficulties. But I think overall it went really well. And by the end of the day, things seemed to go pretty smoothly. So.
Yeah, all I can guess is what happened with 7,000 BC is probably they were getting internet connection glitches, because it would freeze for a while and then they'd come back. So anyway, our third co-manager, Jessica, is under quarantine right now, not because she has the coronavirus, but she's having carpal tunnel surgery next Tuesday, and she had to have a test for COVID yesterday. And after that, the doctors asked her to quarantine. So she's at our house, not here at pandemic headquarters. And we're hoping that the minor procedure goes well and gives her some future relief next week. She did want to mention that we forgot to list the great moth invasion of Albuquerque as one more joy that the year 2020 brought us. We somehow had forgotten about the massive moth invasion of Albuquerque. I guess it was like April, early May. 2020 seems like it's gone about 14 years now.
Yeah, and then after we recorded the Green Slime Awards, Kellogg's announced they were releasing mermaid, unicorn, and birthday cake waffles. So I have questions about that. And the unicorn waffles are bright pink and taste like cotton candy, apparently. The mermaid ones are teal and blue raspberry flavored. And the birthday cake ones are apparently yellow cake and rainbow sprinkles. Yeah, that's a lot of sugar. Make sure you're going on walks, people. The puppets did mention Twinkie iced lattes from Hostess, but there's also honey bun iced latte, ding dongs iced latte, and snowballs iced lattes.
I'm scared about the snowballs.
I'm terrified.
I'm terrified by them all. During the opening ceremonies, I mentioned that our mascot, Perry Rodent, is based on German pulp magazine space hero Perry Rodin. I couldn't find a prop book today to show, but I was reminded that there was actually a movie of Perry Rodin made in 1968, so a year before Bubonicon started, called Mission Stardust. I have it on VHS. You can ask your grandparents about VHS. Some of us might remember VHS. Anyway, now I'm kind of curious to see if I can find it on DVD. But Mission Stardust, a Perry Rodin movie.
Here, I'll bring it closer to the camera.
Okay.
Oh, no. Oh. No, I won't. It'll knock
No, the skeleton said no. No.
Perry
Rodin. We want to thank the many people who, when we canceled the convention, said we could keep their paid pass money as a contribution towards 2020. And because of that, we've been able to give away a total of $725 to various nonprofit organizations and agencies, many of them involved with pandemic relief programs.
We also want to thank lots of people whose names I am probably going to butcher, so please forgive me. So Perry Charlifu,
yep.
Jamie Shippers of Skips a Beat Music, who provided our lovely theme music. I'd like to thank the Air Force Research Laboratory for everything you guys did to help us get that video through in time. That was a miracle. So shout out to Joanne Perkins and the rest of the team over at AFRL PA. We'd like to thank Trevor Self, my husband, for selflessly letting us invade the office for an entire day. Charlie Fitch, who runs all the website stuff and keeps us going. Michael
McComas,
7,000 BC, the Albuquerque Museum. the Slime Time Puppet Players for their beautiful rendition of Cats, Melody Rondu, Hannah Malinsky, Carrie Hummel, Kathy K. Kubica, ABQ, the magazine, the Weekly Alibi, the ABQ Journal, Page One Books, my dogs, Gallet and Bucky, who you have seen running around, and Craig's cat, Malcolm. We'd also like to thank all of our participants, the panelists, the camera and Zoom operators, and everyone who's in the audience today. Thank you for your patience as we worked through this. Thanks for tuning in. And we hope we gave you some entertainment, joy, and a laugh. And maybe we learned something new about writing or science or Zoom today. I learned a lot.
and knowing is half the battle. G.I. Joe. Oh, I thought you were going to join in. Oh, well. Okay. People have asked us how we chose the participants for today. We contacted folks back in May when we had to officially cancel the convention. And part of that official email had asked about the possibility of doing a virtual convention. So we used mostly the people who had said yes at that time. We couldn't get everyone on here today, and we're very sorry about that. We do want to give special shout outs to Bob Vardaman, Melinda Snodgrass, Gordon Garb, and Harry Turtledove. Harry was actually on Twitter earlier. He was our Bubonicon 27 guest of honor, so that was cool that he was here for a while. And also, just on a joyful note, we wanted to mention that Caitlin up in Ohio, one of our auction and office assistants, had a baby earlier this year. And so we want to say congratulations, Caitlin. We miss you, we love you, and we hope everything's going well. And we also, on a sadder note, we kind of felt like we should note the passings of New Mexico author Max Evans. He died August 26th. He was best known for the High-Low Country and the Rounders, and he was known to a lot of the New Mexico writing community, and that's why we wanted to mention him. And then, of course, yesterday, August 28th, we lost actor Chadwick Bossman, who was in Black Panther, obviously, but he also was in Get On Up and 42, and he's going to be missed quite a bit. He was a great actor, and I think a very strong individual and activist. Of course, and Mandy, if you've got anything else to say, you should tell me. Of course, we want to note this is a very weird, somewhat depressing, definitely frustrating year. There's no San Diego Comic-Con, no Williamson Lectureship, no Physical World Con, no WesternCon or NASPIC, no Albuquerque Ren Fair, no New Mexico Comic Expo, which would have been last weekend. And of course, there won't be a physical Dragon Con, Mile High Con, Pagan Pride Day, World Fantasy Con, or even Cosign, which is clear in January 2021.
I'm really sad about Dragon Con. I usually go every year, and I'm sad.
I know. This year you'll be sleeping. I don't know what you're going to do.
Probably working.
No, sleep. We very much hope that we can have an in-person convention August 20th through 22nd, 2021. That's a week earlier than normal because of the Washington, D.C. Worldcon. Our special guest confirmed at this time, our co-guest of honor, Keith R.A. DiCondetto, Toastmaster Ailey Martinez, and artist guest Chaz Kemp. Other announcements will be made on our website, on Facebook, and on Twitter as information is confirmed. I do want to be honest with all of you out there. In order to have a physical 2021 convention, we need a readily available vaccine that is affordable and effective, and we need to be allowed to have gatherings of at least 750 people. So we're going to be monitoring it quite a bit. Some scientists are predicting spikes of the COVID-19 infection throughout the next year. So we each have to do our part. Wear a mask, wash your hands, don't touch your face, and stay home as much as possible so we can defeat the spread of this dastardly virus. It's up to each of us to stay safe and flatten the curve. And then we fans can finally be back together again. I think we all miss each other. Meanwhile, we'd like to implore you all to go out and do what you can for your communities and take care of yourselves, mentally and physically. Get takeout from a favorite restaurant. Buy a book, magazine, or comic from a bookstore or comic book store, even if you just use curbside pickup. Order a piece of art or craft work online. We put a lot of those websites on our on Bubonicon.com, so you can look at that. Stream a film and home from the Guild Cinema. Take a walk in the neighborhood park. Support your local food bank through a financial donation or volunteer work. The food banks are really being called upon right now. In fact, we support the Roadrunner Food Bank here in Albuquerque and the National Feeding America effort, and of course the United States Postal Service. They are important and vital right now. Mandy, you want to say anything before I close this down?
No, I mean, I had fun today, chatting with everybody on YouTube and Facebook. Yeah, I mean, hopefully it won't be digital next year, like Craig is saying. But if it is, I think we learned a lot from this year, and we can have an even better digital convention next year.
Here's the weird thing. Right now it's like 7:37 p.m. on a Saturday. Right now we'd be hoping that the costume contest would be starting in a few minutes. So, and then we'd have the Green Slime Awards. So it's appropriate we had the Green Slime Awards, but it's really weird to think like I'm getting a lot more sleep this year.
Yeah, that was really weird for me yesterday, because you guys know I usually do auctions. So the Friday night late night auction, I was going to bed before the late night auction even normally starts. So I miss it. I miss doing the auctions. So
yeah, I've got a garage full of stuff already, and it's still got to sit there another year. So. Also, of course, remind you, please go out and vote this November, whether through the mail or in person at the polls. Democracy needs your involvement, and that doesn't matter what your beliefs or your political party. Please vote. Most important, be excellent to each other. And party on, dudes. Good night, and thanks for being with us.
bye, guys.
And as they say on MST3K, push the button, Mandy.
I will once I find it.